Have you ever looked at photos of yourself as a child and wondered, who is that person? And where are the thoughts I had at that time? What about visions and dreams? Where did they all go? And more importantly, why did I choose to wear that awful bright green striped shirt? People are often told that it's healthy to forget about the past and move on, and that's somewhat true. Venturing down the rabbit hole of your past experiences and mistakes until you get lost in a flurry of your own thoughts is never a good idea. But your past is important because each experience, thought, word, action, outburst of anger, moment of happiness, and painful lesson is just a thread of fabric, and these threads were sewn together by time until they eventually became what is the current version of you. This is the process of growth. If you ask 10 different people what growth means to them, you will probably get 10 different answers. Some may say growth is change, and others may believe that growth is maturity. But one thing most of us can agree on is that growth is a lifelong process. From the moment we enter this world, we learn, adapt, change, and grow. We make mistakes, and we fail, but understanding how to approach the situation when you fail at a task is growth. There's no blueprint for how to respond to failure. Some people cry, or get angry, or become unmotivated. Growth is understanding that when you fail at a task, you basically have a few options to work with. Work smarter on your next attempt, or work harder on your next attempt. Working smarter and working harder are not the same thing. If you have to study for an exam and you feel that you just can't complete all the content before test day, then the solution is simple. Study longer, work harder. But if you already study for 6 hours a day but procrastinate for a long time while eating snacks, then you need to work smarter by managing your time better. The final option is to just quit the task. Hear me out. Yes, quitting is an option. Society constantly expresses to us the idea that quitting is weak and doing it shouldn't be an option. Some companies even go as far as using the phrase never quit or no quitters allowed as part of their branding. Children are taught to never quit because not quitting makes you strong and brave, without ever suggesting that there are obvious exceptions to the never quit rule. To understand when we should consider quitting, we will borrow some knowledge from an idea in the field of behavioral ecology. Optimal foraging theory suggests that some animals, such as bees, attempt to search for food using methods that maximize both energy and time. So we can say that if a particular method is not working, then quitting it is the most logical option. But we are more complicated than bees. When we emotionally attach ourselves to a goal or objective and spend a significant amount of time trying to achieve it, we often forget to stop and ask ourselves whether it is actually worth it. Is the level of gratification you get from it worth the effort? And is the amount of mental energy required worth the end result? Of course, it goes without saying that quitting something should be a very well thought out process. Making a list of all the reasons why you initially attempted the task and weighing that out against all the reasons you feel less fulfilled by the task now is a good idea. Also, having a plan for what you want to do after you quit the task is a good idea. To put it simply, have your next step ready to go. So, we can say that making a sensible decision to quit something that is no longer serving your needs is growth. Maybe there is a fourth option, if you aren't ready to quit just yet. Just take a vacation. Having a rest is important. Taking time for yourself and also looking back at everything you have already achieved and how much you have grown as a person is most certainly a solid motivational boost. Also, we are people, and we do get tired. But life does not stop when we are tired. So we need to stop, to rest, and take a moment to escape our fixations. Self-care is not selfish. It is simply the realization that prioritizing your needs and what makes you happy is the best method to optimize your life in a way that allows you to help others and manage all of life's little surprises. As the saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup.